Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Due to the time differences, or I should have just simply said good day because it covers everything. So today I am going to talk mostly about living limitlessly. Uh-huh. You making decision, doing things like without any limitation at all. Many of us have stories to tell. It's time to get over our past experiences, like negative past experiences, and really live our life. That's what it is. And always the power of music and real talk in Abrabo Nsem life issue with moi, Adwoa Odo. So let's play some music, bring your dancing shoe, then we're gonna discuss it. A lot of people are settling for less because of their past. We're going to get rid of all that and start over. Welcome, welcome everyone. One love to you guys always. It's good to see you guys. Oh, come on. I just don't get it. This thing, like, sometimes I just feel like, are you serious? Okay. While I'm fixing this, let me just start this music. Me shall with that the loom that. You know, hey, sister, yes. About Ophelia and the knowledgeable sister. Thank you, thank you for the booster. I found my new piano player. Brother Warafako. Hey. Hello, Sister Ya. I feel good though. Hey. The energy is chill. Oh, thank you, Brother Vasco. That's right. Yeah, I know I will get up and dance now. Hey, life is too precious to waste. That the lumba say, I'm no one's for the part. Miami, yes, I need to enjoy, right? Hey. Boogie down, Charlie. I'll be my name, oh dear. When you love me, I do what you know when you're pushing. I said you will sleep. And you will sleep. You will sleep. And you will sleep. Somebody pass on that. And you will sleep. And you will sleep. And you will sleep. Somebody pass on that. And you will sleep. And you will sleep. And you will sleep. Somebody pass on that. And you will sleep. Yeah, you will sleep. Yeah, you will sleep. Somebody pass on that. Yeah, you will sleep. Yeah, you will sleep quiet. And so you know, yes, you can apple.
When you
Ooh, yeah. Hot TikTok.
Adult music.
Hi.
You bring me a day, and then you make me do the deal. When I'm done, I do, I'm a do a plan. The phone different rumors. Okay, okay, but you be any time. Me, man, I'm just so going. I can make a cup of coffee. I just said it on the phone. Okay, no, anything. Okay, never so. You never could have done it. Oh, yeah, before. Okay, I'm
And that was Sunampa. Okay, let me see. Last song, and then we're going to start the program. Hey, where is this song? All right. The quadrantry. I cannot be easy, easy, easy. Last song, then we'll start the discussion.
Well, hey,
I'm calming myself down.
into the front row. Rama Benji was somewhere. Not to my bra. And no one knew before. Oh, what do you want me to get you? Wait till up here. Oh, I'm gonna get you. Say the ground was up there, come me. Not down so continue. Roll, roll, roll. All day, and I need one more. Let me take grandma home. All day, and I need one more. Let me take grandma away. Sing me no better. Ah, me no better. Oh, me no better. Oh, me no better. Oh, you better run my catch you. All day, all day, all day. Oh, October, make a was some better than dead. I did all without red and then back on the wall. I'm talking tough one. And Sandra and it's a grand day. All day, the dear train. Oh, do you? One way, I don't kiss you this much. I'm a monkey, the cheap show. The cheap chihuahua, not this. Right, but I didn't want it. Back up me from shield. After you, bro. All day, when I need one. Want me take from my moon. I'll do you when I need one. Want me take from my moon. Sit me no better. Oh, me no better. Oh, me no better. Oh, you better grandma catch you. Oh, dear. Father, I can't tell you where this sweater one. Neko in and you rap me no bad work on the back. The activity said, I don't bend your meeting, and I need one more. Oh, 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 oh,
Hey, I still cannot share this. I still cannot share. Thank you, Dr. Joe Kingsley. What about my question? Because I can share from my page. That's the question. Let me bring the topic back. I'm bringing the topic. Living limitlessly. Mm-hmm. What does that mean? You don't have any limits in your lifestyle. You make decisions, you do things accordingly. You think about it. You have allow yourself to heal from your past, all your bad experiences, things that a family member, a friend, a neighbor, or someone that you care for, a parent, siblings, has done to you, that you have been able to accept it, because we cannot change time. We can't go back in time to change things, but you have accepted it. And not only that, you also have been able to confront them and question them as to why they did what they did to you. A lot of times, some men, some women go through hardship. Some goes through rape. Some goes through sexual assault. Some maltreated. And then you have so many other things that people experience. Some people's past is like worse than others. But because we have different mindsets and we have different level of understanding, our emotions are different, psychologically, physically, our whole body, our whole being, we react to things differently. So something that one may think that, oh, my situation was worse than yours, you cannot do that. You cannot limit somebody's struggle, somebody's past trauma, because at the time when they were going through, it was something that affected them big time, and they still up to today struggling and being able to find themselves, finding. Excuse me, Nana, bring me water. Excuse me, I just all of a sudden had a dry throat, so I need water to cool my throat down. Sorry about that. Thank you, honey. Mm, much better. Thank you, guys. Yeah. So up to today, such trauma that is still holding them back. They have not been able to live their life with no limitation, making decisions, and also taking, going for opportunities and taking chances, not just like, how you may call it, betting. No, and yet cha-cha, I'm not talking about cha-cha, because life is too precious to waste it on unnecessary things, and many things that will not bring you, will not add to your life. It is a whole lot of things, because sometimes most of us don't think that Some of us have recognized it, that when you are not able to allow your past to go, you carry it into your everything. It weighs you down, it drags you, and with many, it affects their relationships, their marriages, their lifestyle overall, how they talk to other people. Their trust level is very low. It takes a lot of time, longer than the norm, for you to be able to move from point A to point B. Nobody should be living their life like that, because anything, everything that happened to you growing up or when you were vulnerable at the time, it's not your fault. It's never your fault. You know, as to whether or not at the time you just happen to be there, like in US sometimes, they talk about being at the wrong place at the wrong time. Sometimes I question God, why does it have to be me being there at the wrong time? So like every time I pray, I always pray and bless myself to not end up in any place at the wrong time, because I don't want somebody else's misfortune to fall upon me and I happen to be the one to come receive it, because it's not fair. That's not a fairness, but circumstances and situations happen. And most time when that happens, now, it takes a lot from us, but we cannot. Bishop Michael Abwaje Gansa, how you are feeling? I hope all is well. I'll send you the link. You said to send it to you on through Messenger, right? Not through WhatsApp. Let me uh, do this. Okay, where's my Messenger? Okay, there it is. Okay, so your your beliefs about yourself will define who you become. Most definitely. Everything starts with self. Like a lot of us don't even think past that. We are so focused on other people, making other people happy. Most humanity are focused on making other people happy. They don't think for themselves that in order for you to uh, learn to let things go, to confront and accept who you are, you have to start with yourself. I love doing self assessment. My goodness gracious, there hasn't been a point in time, that I do not assess myself, because I know I have flaws. And my flaws, my husband will not be able to work my flaws for me. I have to be the one to accept my flaws and take accountability and work on it. That's just the harsh reality, the truth. You have people who wants to be loved, but yet they don't even know what love is. How do you give love when you yourself do not love yourself? For me, when it comes to self now, selfish, when it comes to like self now, I am so selfish on that. Very selfish. Hi, mommy, Mrs. Amma Mensa. Apomu saying, mommy, welcome. Yeah, I'm talking about living limitlessly. Uh-huh. You live your life with no limits. And then you have a realistic, strategic plan. you know Everything takes time. Exercising patience. You don't just put yourself out there and give yourself to anyone because you have been through hard time, or your childhood. I mean, we use it to testify. It's a testimony. We do testimony and everything. But like, use it to educate other people. Look, this is where I have I come from, this is my experiences, but this is what I have accomplished. Like, use it to motivate yourself. There are some traumas that you cannot do it on your own. Bishop, I send it to you. You cannot do it on your own through Messenger. You have to get counseling. You have to go for counseling. If you are in a relationship or in a marriage and you cannot do it alone, speak to your partner and have him understand or her understand, and let them know what they can do to help you be able to take the next steps. It's never easy to have to accept and confront your past, but if you don't do it, it's going to be a certain condition for you. It's going to be a problem in your life because it's going to prevent you from living living at your fullest, living your life to the fullest. Like, there's always going to be something that is going to hold you back. Your trust level is going to be shot. You will not be able to be honest with yourself, left alone be honest with your partner. You will not be able to really work with your partner. Hi, Sister Scholar. Me who watch you, what probably saying, I have not seen you in a while. How have you been? It's good to see you. Bishop, Bishop Michael Abwaji
Oh
Gansa.
my God. My God.
One and only. What up? What up? What up?
Cool. Can you hear my voice?
Mm-hmm. Welcome.
Thank you. The program is very interesting, and I just want to be part of it. I just want
Oh,
to be.
thank you. Thank you. I love it. I love it.
And the topic is also amazing and very fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you.
And you are doing a very good job. I must confess. I'm way
Oh,
back. I'm way back those years we started together. It
that's
is
right.
only yeah. It is only that we are sometimes
Work, work, work.
yeah.
Before
Anyway,
we were staying home, so there was no limitation on anything.
nothing was limiting us.
Mm-hmm.
But the topic you are talking about today is quite interesting.
I know,
Not not only interesting, very juicy.
right? Hey, Bishop, no, no.
I'm not only juicy, but also spicy.
Ooh, do tell.
Because you come to the point and you realize is that we live in a world
Mm-hmm.
that when people make assumptions based on their limited thinking,
That's right.
in this life, we have different levels of strength and capacity.
That's right.
So sometimes it's so amazing that somebody can make decision based on somebody's ability and capacity, which I see it is wrong.
Very much so. We shouldn't do that.
People get limited in life because of how they think.
That's right.
So so your level of thinking is what limits you. If you got to believe in yourself and believe that you will be able to make it, then Adwoa, you will make it.
Most definitely. There isn't anything in this world that we need to allow it to stop us. The only person that could stop ourselves is our own.
Because where I'm coming from, I don't only do Bible, but I want to come from the Bible point of view to motivate somebody.
That's right.
See, the Bible talks about the woman with the issue of blood.
Mm, mm.
The
Wow.
woman with the issue of blood. And you see, I want to share a little view on this story for people to know how it looks like just to be limitless
My
person.
gosh.
So, where do I start from?
Start from wherever the spirit is leading you, or your Heart is leaving you, whichever way,
Okay.
because I know you
Now,
go both ways.
when we look at Mark chapter 5, verse 25 to 34. Mark chapter 5, verse 25 to 34. So now the Bible talks about a woman with had an issue of blood for 12 years. 12 years. She was bleeding. Not only just bleeding. And Bible said, and she has suffered many things. She has suffered many things of many physicians, and she has spent all that she had, and nothing was becoming good, and everything was becoming worse.
Hmm.
So she heard of Jesus Christ passing. If it was somebody would have given up because I've done everything that I need to do, and accept the condition that I'm in, that this is what I'm going to accept. I'm going to die with this condition. But the
Yes.
woman heard that Jesus was passing by. And when she heard of Jesus came, she actually pressed her way through. She pressed her way through,
Yes.
not only pressing her way through, because looking at the situation, she did not allow her present circumstances to
That's right.
stop her to pursue her healing.
That's right.
Because it goes with anybody in this life who will live a limitless life is
Hmm.
somebody who has a need.
That's right. I'm gonna feed your sister Lucy. I do my boat.
If you have a need, it will urge you and push you to the point that you will try to live a limitless life.
That's right.
So now, this woman, looking at the situation on board, whenever you are flowing with blood, your body reduces in shape and size. You begin to smell with some kind of a nasty odor,
Oh boy, say that again, bitch.
and this tells you how she will feel like in the midst of people.
Mm, mm, mm.
So people will come to the point of ridiculing her, but
Phew.
she did not allow any of this. She went from behind, pressed her way through,
That's right.
touched the hem of his garment.
Mm,
And we don't, and we are not here on social media because we want to be seen. But that's why I said this program we're doing is very educative, not
That's
only
right.
educative, very informative, and it should have impact on somebody's life this morning.
Most definitely.
So when she went from behind, pressed her way through, touched the hem of his garment,
Mm,
Jesus stopped and asked, "Who touched me?"
my gosh.
You see, limitless people presses their way through. They don't allow environment to stop them.
Most definitely. Hi. They go for whatever.
They, they don't allow what people say humiliate them. It is true the woman was bleeding, she was smelling, she has reduced in size, and on top she was broke. But the need on her heart is to get this situation at hand fixed.
That's right.
So, are we talking to people over here who are allowing the public to ridicule them?
Mm, mm, mm,
Are we speaking to businessmen and women who are allowing the first failure
mm.
to stop them?
Never, never, never.
Into people who are in colleges, education field. The fact that you didn't get it right doesn't mean that you are a failure.
That's
It
right.
means the process and the procedure you applied before was not suitable to fix that particular situation.
That's right.
I don't call people fail. I don't say people are failed. I don't call them they are failures.
That's
No,
right. It's a
it
no
is
for profit.
it is the inability. I mean, the method that you applied to the situation was not the right method. Look at the story of these great people who have achieved and aspired and got their dreams fulfilled. Like
That's
Thomas, I mean Edison. Just look at Edison, who
mm,
invented. electrical bulb.
How many times? He never gave.
People, people would have said that he failed, but he wrote and said 99 ways you cannot produce electric bulb.
That's right.
So there are 1,001 of us over here, Adwoa, watching you, those who may watch you after. I want everybody here on this platform to understand that nobody is a nuisance or an entity or a liability.
That's right.
God, God did not create anybody to end up being an idiot.
That's right. People chooses to be so.
It is based on your choice. God bless you. Good one there. Clap for yourself.
Bish, before I post this, you said Mark 5:25-34, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I wanted to make sure. Got it. Uh-huh. Hey,
So,
the papa winter.
so it is very important, and I want to encourage everyone watching us that look beyond your now.
Oh, yes, repeat that.
Look beyond your now.
That's right.
Because, Adwoa, the road to destiny is always not straight.
Nope.
In fact, I don't know what I'm doing here this morning on your program.
Right? Wait, I think this was meant to be. And, we can't change time, and time does not stop, so we have to just keep going in life.
People are being defined by who they are or what they have come to believe.
Oh my.
And this morning, I want somebody to deprogram every negative mindset and begin to install new update and begin to believe yourself that
Amen.
you.
Amen to that. That's what living limitlessly is all about. Deep.
Ajua, let me quickly say this, and you know that sometimes when I just get on programs, I don't prepare and I just begin to flow as the Spirit of God will let me.
Look what Sister Scholar Fonadu said. Look beyond your now.
Ajua, that is a word. And let me just say this: that number one, I'm just quoting things because we never planned I want to be on your show, so I didn't even know what you were talking about until I
Sister
just.
Scholar said you came to speak to her. I'm just saying, it's not coming from me.
So Ajua, the thing is, the reason why people are unable to access destiny, number one is anybody who wants to access destiny and become successful and fulfill his or her destiny and dream. Number one, the person has to come to the place of number one, understanding yourself.
Bam. Bishop, let me clap for you, oh Charlie. Hey, you go be in my head. Aye.
And you know that those days we do program, what you plan, what you write down is what I come and say. This shows you that God is behind the program.
That's freaky. It is freaky because Bishop speak. Flow.
People don't understand themselves. That is why they are unable to access destinies.
Bam.
Because if you understand yourself, the moment you understand yourself, it is not enough. You have to come to the place.
That's right.
You have to come to the place that you will now understand how you function.
No correct.
Your people understand themselves, they understand who they are, they know what they carry, but they don't know how they function. It is what has been, setting people back and limiting them from, for the people to access a brighter life and a brighter future.
That's right.
So the question is, who am I?
That's a huge question.
Question is, I want everybody listening, watching us, ask yourself this question: who am I?
Jesus Christ.
If you don't know who you are, Adwoa, you will settle for less.
That's right.
If you don't know who you are, every idiot will come in and shape your destiny for you. If you don't know who you are, people can't use your abilities and your talent and your potential skills and better their life whilst you live in obscure poverty and lack.
That's right.
So the question is, who am I?
Mm.
When I ask you the question, who am I? I'm not trying to ask you your name, your beautiful name, Adwoa Odo Mensah or Bishop Michael Akwajikansa. No, I am asking you, what are you made up of?
My gosh.
If you come to discover who you are and the component which makes you you,
Mm.
it is not just verbally just trying to describe it. I want you to, evidentially manifest it.
My gosh.
Let it become evident that this is who am I. Adwoa, knowing who you are, understanding who you are, knowing who you are is the big, and automatically you come to the place of learning how to function you.
That's right.
Knowing who you are, you got to know your weaknesses, your strength, your flaws, your abilities, your potentials, your your inabilities, what you can do, what you cannot do,
That's right.
what you are good at and what you're not good at, what you are eloquent of and what you are not eloquent of. When we begin to sit down to take a critical study on those things, Adwoa, there is nothing that can limit everybody or anybody who understands himself.
That's right.
You see, the name just escaped me. There is this preacher who has no legs and no hands. Society, let me just go by. Adwoa, we are living in a dispensation, a 21st century, where society would definitely always thrust people for people to look down on themselves and kill their abilities and potentials.
That's right.
Do you know that there are many people who are making a quote? This is a quote. This is coming from one of my books, okay?
Hey, this book, I can't wait for it to come out, to Charlie.
Well, I mean, we just we just don't want people to read story. We want them to learn at the same time.
That's right.
So Adwoa, it goes like there are people who are eagles.
True.
They are eagles. But because the eagle has feathers and the features of an eagle looks like a chicken. So right now, never, this is the quote in my book, never allow yourself to be conditioned
Mm.
to believe that you are a chicken whilst you are an eagle.
Bam. Bam, 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 bam. Hey!
Never allow yourself to be conditioned
Mhm.
to believe that you are a chicken whilst you are born eagle. The fact that you have features like a chicken doesn't mean you belong to the chicken family.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
As an eagle, you have to know where you belong.
That's right.
You have to understand yourself and know how you function. Chickens, they don't fly.
No,
Eagles in nature, they don't fly, they soar.
that's right.
But when you allow society to force you and condition you and make you believe that you are a chicken, Adwoa, you will end up operating and living your life as a chicken.
That's
Whilst you
right. Whereas you are turkey.
don't tell me this morning you want to go and get some turkey and fry them and make some gatim.
Oh my gosh. No, this morning I'm not. I'm going to chill.
Yeah, but And do you know that and when you smoke turkey very well and you make nkatinkwan out of it, it is.
Look at this, bro. This man. Bitch,
Before.
and you said it with a straight face.
Yes, because I mean, because the reason why I want the people to know that the reason why I got problem with you and Yvette is what you do to me. You would call me and eat bankun with the okra stew, some shots, and tell me because you know where I am. I don't get it. This is where why I got problem
Last
with you.
time we spoke 2 days ago, I have me some Benkupa near you. I took a picture, but I resisted sending it to you because you made me feel bad.
Yes, because it is never good to, because this is also trying to limit somebody. You are trying to condition me to believe that I can't, because you know where I am. I cannot get the benku.
Mama
So right,
cooking some benku and so many wachi, jollof rice, and all that. Like she kills me with different dishes of food.
Adwoa, let's get back straight to limitlessly.
That's it. Sister Lucy was.
Probably Auntie Lucy will have to make benku and send them by post.
Oh, I know, right?
She will definitely do that. Adwoa, let's come back straight to the question. Do you know that so many entrepreneurs, businessmen, businesswomen,
Mm,
individuals, they cannot go forward because of being conditioned. They have allowed people to condition them. So
that
they are functioning and behaving out of I mean, somebody said, never allow yourself to be conditioned to believe that you are chicken once you are an egg. I mean,
you went to England. I went to Turkey. I want to eat turkey.
because Adwoa, this is a quote from one of my books, because and you know how I do function. I
Okay.
don't just write.
But
I just
this this is
eh,
this is the reason why, like when it comes to some people talking in terms of they have seen the light, they know everything with common sense, because common sense is the basic fundamental sense, right? The basic.
Adwoa,
Basic cannot help you grow. Basic.
common sense does not help people grow. Common sense is not wisdom.
That's right. But people
Common
are
sense.
certified with common sense.
And your common sense, what it does is it only gives you a current information, but it does not develop you.
Bam. Yay. Somebody understands me. Oh, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Father. Amen and amen.
Adwoa, there are people who have common sense, but apart from you, the common, I see sometimes listen to it, it is just a common thing, common sense.
The word
Everybody.
describes it, but many people feels that that
So
alone
it is,
is enough.
so it is not a developed sense. It is not an innovative sense. It's not an accurate sense. But it's just a common sense. Even everybody can arrive to that place.
I, I use
Everybody.
I use animals and I use dog as an example. Bish, when you walking in the street and there is fire in the middle of the street, and you put a human and a dog in front of the fire, both of them observing the state of the fire. You will have the dog have the common sense to turn around if he assess it well and let himself know, say, if I go around it, I might get burned on my tail or somewhere. So I'm just going to go back and reassess things. But with some humans with common sense, all they would tell themselves is, you know what, I can just run through it. I will just get little burn, not knowing the magnitude of the fire. And so it's like, like we all are born with common sense, but do not settle with common sense, because common sense is going to have you living limitlessly.
You see, I love the word you said. Do not settle with common sense. Adwoa, innovation. You see, sometimes I have problem with people who keep on doing what everybody is doing. I have problem with people because, as I told you, I am a preacher that I don't do what everybody is doing.
That's right.
I don't preach like how everybody. Listen, I function differently.
Mm-hmm.
I function differently. You know me, and when it comes to, because I am all round, and when I'm teaching, I teach reality. I don't just preach what I have not experienced. No.
Yes.
So, Adwoa, it has come to the time that people have to start breaking limiting beliefs and start to live at a higher standard life.
Bam. And there's no one who can prevent you from doing that except yourself. I mean, like the self, a lot of us are stopping and limiting our blessings because
Why,
we don't take opportunities.
why don't we wake up the greatness in us?
Mm, mm, mm. It's fear.
Why?
Fear.
Ah, well, it is not only fear. Fear, everybody has fears in this life.
Bitch, you should
Everybody.
have fear.
I said it is not only fear. Everybody has fears in this life.
Yeah, but fears
Everybody.
past experiences because some
I,
people they use
Adwoa,
their past
me,
experience to be a victim. I know, like,
Adwoa,
don't victimize yourself.
I want us to argue on this. Imagine everybody in this life have had a bad experience before.
That's right.
But the most important thing is the bad experience did not kill or take or took your life.
Is that or your dignity?
I mean, sometimes you might have been disgraced, all right, by by your past. It is up to you to sit down. I keep on saying this. If you were disgraced, sit down and begin to take. I love to do these practical things. As I keep on telling you, I
Mhm.
am I am I'm not just a preacher. I am an entrepreneur.
Welcome, everyone.
I am an entrepreneur,
Mm-hmm.
a preacher at the same time. There are people that have helped them develop their businesses. I am a motivational speaker.
That's right.
And Adwoa, I am telling everybody who has a past. The reason why it was not successful, it is not what it is, because you did not look out for the right information before you acted on that. So the information or the technical knowledge you applied as at yesterday
Mm, mm.
was not exact information, so it will not function and give you the desired result.
That's right. That's
So I don't want anybody out here believing that your past will rob you of your future and your present.
oh Jesus. God have mercy. The
Ajua,
the mere
it
truth.
is because I was speaking to a woman who was doing business. Anytime I start Bishop, I said, listen to me, man, break that cycle of the past.
Most definitely. Do not allow your past to define you.
Ajua, do you know there are 1,001 people who are in cells, who are in prison?
Mm, mm, mm.
I want to touch about three things, and I'll just leave you to to finish it.
Wonderful. Let it rip.
Ajua,
Mm,
the past, everybody's past is not what how they wanted to be.
mm, mm, mm.
Some people have a very wonderful experience, but after the wonderful experience, what is happening to you in your present now?
Mm.
The
Jesus.
wonderful experience you had in the past has changed and become sour. I want to say this: if life gives you a lemon, bitter lemon, make lemonade out of it.
That's right. Just spikes it up. Do
The
better.
Bible says that Rejoice not over me, my enemies. When I fall 7 times, I will rise up 7 times.
Charlie. Hey.
Between your yesterday, between your past and your now, the only thing you have to know is to have a transformed mentality.
Wonderful. Hey.
The Bible says in the book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 2, do not confound to the pattern. You see, it's a pattern. When you follow the exact pattern, you keep on making mistake repeatedly. Do not confound to the pattern of this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Romans chapter 12, verse 2. So that you can conform to the acceptable will of the Lord. So we are having people, it is so pathetic that the church folks are the people who are mostly victimized in this capacity. The church folks are mostly the people who are always victimized in this capacity. So what they do is, instead of them to look out for a transformed mentality and mindset, they don't allow their mind to transform.
It's okay. Go ahead.
So until and transformation is not just speaking in tongues and I want people to stop that foolishness and begin wake up and begin to change their now and transform their life and get a better tomorrow. Yesterday, why did you have that bad experience? It is just because you never had adequate information. You never had knowledge of how things are done or functioning or how things are being handled. Remember, the Bible says that my people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge, not for the lack of prayer.
Lack of knowledge. You pray without knowledge, you doom.
The Bible says that my people, they are not perishable. My people are destroyed. What destroys a person is the absence of information. And when information is there, you have to know the information. So it becomes a knowledge. You have come to know the information and you are living with it, knowledge.
That's right. That's right, Mete. Yes.
Whenever you have knowledge on how things are done, imagine, say, you are going to marry and you have no knowledge of how to prepare nkatinkwan. For instance, how I love to eat nkatinkwan, and you come and make the nkatinkwan. I say nkatinkwan. I didn't say what you said. I didn't say nkatinkwan.
Mankind. The other one,
that is what you said. I will prosecute you. That's what you said.
Bishop.
Achimini a wabetena brochire a wutwi nyina sɛ wo mu sɛ ogu hwan no ma sɛ ba mia wo ho. Ebinye achimfo de we normally yetwi no mu da ho nti wo sɛ wabetena brochire na American for so na almost land. Anyway. Okay, so at the end of the day, you will end up saying, so we need knowledge on how to prepare a bankwa anankatebe anakatikonto. Na say, the information. Whenever you get information, it's not enough. You have to learn the information to know it.
Correct.
Whenever you know it, it becomes part of you.
That's right. One extra, no. Sister Yaps. Bishop, Say me kind of sacred, man, in quay, eh? Nothing last me.
That be, I mean, say, and then remember that somebody does not need anything. Somebody just need to laugh. Or sleep, we are stressed, they finish.
Since I asked, me feel so become me, I will buy ya. Adwoa saying, what did I just hear?
So, Adwoa, let's go back to the place. So, people have to start breaking the cycle of men. Let me quote from one
The
of the Bob Marley.
mental enslavement.
Let me quote from Bob Marley's album. He
Hmm.
said, "Emancipate yourself from mental slavery." Ajaneba,
No, it's
Josh,
okay. It's okay.
better is called Nish Sophie Ice Essen. Better.
Yeah, I believe that the question is
Yeah, but that's right. Has you understand it? Okay.
Is it
I'm
like
named as Pastor.
you turn your back to play to pray and came back and I heard something. Can you let it go?
Yeah, I'm Sister Yab's Nensa account. And
Ah, me,
because
I
because
I will go
because
back
because
and play this video and see if what I said in the beginning was what Bishop is saying I said, because I still don't believe I said it.
you still don't believe. And
Yeah.
sometimes you know that people who listen to you know, they hear more than what you say.
It's okay. And later on when you said that I did say it, but I don't believe I said
Okay,
it in the beginning.
okay, you didn't say it. Let's continue.
Thank you. I appreciate it. One love
Yeah,
to
big ups, big ups, big ups. Adwoa Odo Mensa's Kitchen. Ọmụ nye aduane bia nkate be.
you.
Adwoa, so I want to encourage somebody before I get off the program. Number one, everybody, don't look down on yourself. I mean, we are all different from each other.
That's right. Yeah.
And the fact that somebody have made an impact, Adwoa, we waste a lot of time. We waste a lot of time trying to live to please people.
That's right.
We waste a lot of time trying to live a life of people.
That's right. We are all
At the
unique.
end of the day, sometimes it's so pathetic when you go to the cemetery. Do you know why? Do you know why? I mean, mangoes in cemeteries and I mean and wheat in cemeteries are very fresh, because in cemetery people die with unfulfilled potentials and talents. So the soil in the cemetery is
Mm,
always rich in nutrients.
that's right.
So many women will allow illiterate men, excuse my language,
Gosh,
educated, thick-headed men will try to molest them and imprison them from exploring and becoming who they were made to be in the name of marriage.
Bam, please add aimless. So I'll
I will
go.
not add aimless because I'm bringing, and so many men have allowed women to limit them from rising up to the height that they need to be in the
Mm.
name of my wife.
Oh my gosh.
So, since you are refused to live a limitless life and have allowed your husband, your wife to limit you, what about if he or she dies and you are left alone?
Mm.
We should now start to project our thinking into 50 years to come.
Yeah.
What am I going to do if my husband is not there, if my wife is not there? Because Ajua, everybody would die.
That's right.
So, how am I living this very life today? What am I doing right now? Ajua, there are so many women.
Mm.
The fact I spoke to a young lady, she was very good, but unfortunately, she had a premature pregnancy.
Oh Lord.
And she decided not to go. Ajua, God is my witness. I spoke to this girl and said, listen to me. Even if your husband is not, the guy is not helping you, I want you to break that cycle of that slavery.
Yeah, it takes one thing.
Make a decision. Ajua, this girl consistently, she enrolled back into nursing school again.
My, that's
And
one.
do you know, and do you know where she is now? By
Mm-mm.
the grace of God, she has continued, and because she was good academically. Now, she is a young girl of 32 years old, and she's a tutor. She
Wow.
teaches nursing in Winneba College of Education.
Woohoo! Congratulations to her, and I'm glad she
But,
broke the cycle.
but
Your support.
that idiot of a man was only interested in the beef between her legs. And
Oh,
after,
he just to
and afterwards, the guy is living another promiscuous life. And this girl would have lived with this cycle, having a child. I want to settle for less. Today, do you know what is happening? She
Mm-mm.
has given her child best best life and best education.
That's right. That's what life is all about. Making the
I
right
want
decisions.
I want to encourage and challenge somebody. I know a guy whose father died, like how I'm an orphan. Me, I'm a matured orphan. And this guy's father died, and the guy said, right now, my father is the only breadwinner of the house because the man never allowed the woman to do something.
Mm, mm, mm.
So when the man died, everything changed. The luxurious life now I mean it got scrambled.
Mm.
But when I started dealing with this guy, I told him, listen to me, Alfred, what can you do? Yeah, and he calls me Mike here because he's my schoolmate.
Oh,
He said, Mike, you know what? I don't know where to start from. I said, you can start from somewhere.
yeah. Start from somewhere or scratch, whichever
Then
one.
he asked me a question. Where somewhere should I start from? I said, you know
Oh,
one thing. Do you know what you're gonna do? You have to think of going back to school.
mm,
Because during the school time, you were very good with economics. And
accountant.
I,
You'll be.
and and I told him that, listen, what I need you to do is, first of all, decide for 1 year that you're going to look for jobs.
Mm-hmm.
You work as a laborer. Forget about the position your father was and the prestigious life. Listen, things have changed. So accept the change
That's
and
right.
move on. So this guy started enrolling. First of all, he began, going to the construction site, and you see, people were laughing at him. Oh, how come the daddy spirit is now? I said, ignore what
Wow.
people say.
Mocking.
I have lived a life. If I listened to what people say, I wouldn't actually come to the level of knowledge and where I am today.
That's right. You have
Because
to.
whatever you say is none of my business.
Of course, don't pay any mind to what people say to
But
you.
today, I am telling you that this guy worked very hard, and later on, he got a shop, worked in a shop. He was working for somebody in a shop, and because of loyalty, and the woman's husband decided that, what do you want to do? He said that my friend, who is now a pastor, he encouraged me to go back to school, and I think that's what I'm working towards it. And the man said, I know one of the lecturers in Polytechnic, Takwade Polytechnic. So I'm
Wow.
going to talk, and you'll be working after classes, still
Whoa.
with him, but we are going to support you. I said, Daddy, thank you. Today, this guy has finished Polytechnic HND, and the guy, after he finished the Polytechnic, do you know where he's working now? He's working in Gassam.
My goodness.
And when
Uh,
he finished in
you
Gassam,
bless.
one of my very good friends, he is the procurement officer over there. I told him, listen, Charlie, help my boy.
Mm.
And this guy hold this little boy's hand and began to help him. Now the guy is able to take care of himself, take care of his mother, take care of his two little sisters. And do you know what the amazing news is that? Because he did not allow the present circumstances to limit him.
That's
Now, the guy is now in UCC doing his master's.
praise be to God and congratulations to him. That's what I call living limitlessly. Hi,
Sometimes, Adwoa, we want to wake people up this morning
that's
from their slumber, from
that's
where they
thank you, dog.
are. Adwoa, we have to be. Do you know that that's why I have a problem with the church? I'm
Mm,
coming from the I have problem with the pastors. Sometimes pastors will sit down and kill the destinies of people without knowing that they are killing their destinies.
that's right.
We need we need to whisper wisdom into the sense of some people.
Mm, mm,
Not demons which is destroying them. They are destroying themselves.
that's right.
That's why so many pastors don't like me, but I don't give it a hook.
We have a lot of people in our society and community who has limited their mindset. You know,
Adwoa.
they don't want
So
to learn anything new.
so amazingly, I just have about 5 minutes and I'll leave you.
Don't
Okay.
worry.
Adwoa,
Don't worry.
there are thousands and one people out there. There are so many men out there. Education has no end. I want to encourage men. Sometimes the knowledge and the wisdom they have, they cannot use it because of information available.
Mm, 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 mm.
I want every woman or every man to break that mental slavery.
That's right. Break
And
it, break it, break it.
well, we should not be, as you said, we shouldn't be afraid to step into the ocean.
That's right.
Let me quote another quote from one of my books.
Hi, hi.
You see, I'm somebody, I love to watch nature. I love to study by things I see. This is me. When I was in Ghana, I normally sometimes in my leisure time when I'm not working, I go and sit at the sea for and have my books with me and have my canned drinks and my yongi cho
Mm-hmm.
with me in my car. So I love to put my feet in the water. I love to put my feet in the water. Can you hear me?
I can
Okay.
hear you.
I love to put my feet in the water. So when I put my feet in the water and just relaxing my feet, and I'll be watching the sea. And I wrote this in one of my books, and it is going to be there, and it's going to come out soon.
Ooh,
That waves are only a fall. In the deep sea, there is no wave.
that's
In the deepest part of the ocean, there is no wave. But the waves are in front. So whenever you allow the wave to scare
thank
you,
you from going through. Wow,
and you see, Adwoa, and the waves they will bring, but before it gets to the shore,
it dies down.
Adwoa, it dies off.
That's right.
So encourage somebody watching us, listening to us, that don't let the present um or the current situation around you scare you off.
That's right.
Because anytime you want to make a move, something must scare you.
Hush.
Ajua, if nothing scares you, if you want to take a decision, then it means that you are not a human being.
That's right. That's right. You definitely right.
Because anybody who has made it and they are still making it, they face the question if.
Mm, 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 mm.
What about if? Imagine somebody investing his money into business. He doesn't even know whether the business will be successful or not, but they take that radical risk
Mm. Jesus.
by having extra belief in themselves. What about if? It is what everybody will face.
That's right.
You are going into marriage. What about if the woman never turns out to be who she is?
You put in
How
the
do
work. Put it in the work.
how how do I now deal with the situation and make lemonade out of the lemon that I have?
Put it in the work. Mm-hmm.
People, we have to stop giving up and begin to become actively mental creative.
That's right.
Finally,
Hey,
no, do you know that our mind is the most powerful,
two.
mm, I wouldn't say tool, it's the most powerful mechanical workshop,
That's right.
because everything that we are seeing today,
Oh, welcome.
let me show you this pen, right?
Mm-hmm.
From what they made the pen from, I don't know, but I'm using it, right? Adwoa, are you telling me, is it God who created this pen?
No, it's human being.
Among the creations of God, did you see God create this book?
No, that's human beings' work.
The dress you are wearing, is it God who created it?
No, that's human beings' work. The earrings, every material things, um, properties, buildings, whatever. It's all creation through humans
Even good.
with knowledge.
It is not with knowledge. Everything that we are patronizing today was a picture in the mind of a five-fingered left and right fingers making thin human being like us. It was not monkeys who did what has been done.
Yeah, but how do you establish something if you don't acquire knowledge?
Ad- Adwoa,
Mm.
before things were made, before things were made, how did the people even had the knowledge? So when we begin to go back, see, imagine you want to make a car. First of all, the big picture is what is important. Whoever want to become great man, live a limitless life, number one should start to have the big picture, because you have to have a picture to before you can make it reality.
That's right.
But we are having people, when you ask them about their dreams, they don't even know who they want to be. And this is the beginning of mental slavery. And this is the beginning of living a limited life.
Yeah, because many don't believe in their dreams. They don't
I
even
did building.
like.
I did building construction. Okay, I did building construction,
You
and
did?
I'm a building engineer, and that's what I studied.
Wow. At what age?
At the ages that I
Without
started,
telling us your real age.
my real age, I was in building for 11 years.
Wow.
I was in building for 11 years.
That's incredible.
And most of the buildings that are actually, because I do a very lucrative building, and sometimes I learned, I mean, I'm trying to know building. I just did, I'm steel bending also, and I did steel bending, carpentry. I have knowledge of carpentry. Sometimes I don't wait for the carpenter to come and just do the pillars when they are not coming. I got to just get things done.
So, how far does your limitlessly goes?
Adwoa, I am somebody, I am an eagle, and I believe I am eagle. Nobody can limit me.
That's right.
And that is why I don't worry about people who are in competition with me, because you can never reach where I am.
Most definitely, and nobody can ever be you.
Because Adwoa, I'm not looking back.
That's right.
Because if I look back, then it means that I don't have confidence in myself.
Most definitely. I feel
And anybody who drives and look back will crash.
yes. And also anybody who cares what other people think of them and say about them, you just dragging yourself backwards.
Adwoa, I've break the cycle of inferiority complex. And right now, listen, no matter who you are, whether you're a pastor, whoever you are, I respect what you carry, but I believe in me.
Bam.
That is why when we sit at round table,
Self.
it is not proud, it's not arrogance. I want to tell people that listen to me. I if I have confidence in myself, you can do the same.
That's right.
And I want everybody listening to me to believe that he or she is not a non-entity. You carry what nobody gets.
That's
I
right.
mean, what you have, not even your father has the same skill. So I want people to start to wake up and begin to function exactly how they want to function.
That's right.
Because the moment the architect draw the plan, some of the architects they don't even know how to build. They can only sketch the plan. But it is up to we, the builders, to now transfer the knowledge from a paper and transpose it on the land and make it reality.
Self-confidence indeed, my sister. I
Ajua, I want everybody to wake up because every man or every woman out there is not an entity. You can, you can do it. I was reading a story about opera
oh,
because I love to read.
she went
Just
through
look,
so much, but look at her success.
some people have not even gone through what opera went through, but look at where she is now.
That's right. She broke everything, every limitation. Like she is living.
Please, Ajua, let us make it so real and let people understand that it is not easy. You will not get it like how we are just speaking it. There are challenges and battles, frustrations involved. But listen to me, the best thing is endurance.
Yes, and give
Ajua,
yourself time and exercise patience. Hey, Charlie, I'm
and
telling you, wake up. You can
people should not live in a competitive life with others. It is foolishness.
listen. If I can afford something, I will never leave my life to be a rich person when I know I
One
am.
of the Excuse me, one of these days I'm going to plan a program with you and we are going to talk about why are the Ghanaian or the black communities not rich?
Because we do so much. Hey, we just we settle
Ajua,
for less. Many
Ajua, the richest
of us.
people is supposed to be the black community people.
I know we can empower ourselves. We can build so much as united. What is the last 5 words of community? It's unity. A lot of people don't even pay attention to that. Community, unity, take unity out of it. The reason why it's there because we have to do things together. When together we rise. When
Ajua,
divided,
togetherness,
you cannot
togetherness,
conquer.
Ajua, togetherness in these our days is also going to be a problem because people don't have a good mindset.
Oh yeah, that negative mindset because negativity it attracts people. It sells a lot of and negativity. You don't have to put in work, right? What you say, you just let it rip. You don't think of the consequence. You don't care about other people's feelings. You just say
Anyway,
go.
the information in my mind is empty. I need to go back and reload. So, but before I go, and you know that I'll let you laugh. Okay.
I sister Doris Amwa, the Jenny said, let them know the day that program will take place. So they will not miss it. So she won't miss it.
I
Ah.
do.
Oh, sister,
I'm.
yeah, but say that again. We are not risk takers. It's just sad. We have
I
so
do.
much
Truth of
potential.
the matter is, people see. You could just imagine somebody wanting to invest, and you carry your whole huge of money into investment. But people, rich people, they take risk.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And they take, I mean, and they take risk.
Mm-hmm.
But before you take a risk, you have to sit down. Do you know why businessmen they normally sit down on a drawing board with other business partners?
Of course, because they want more ideas. They don't settle with what they know. They
Before I invest, I want to know. I want to know what
research.
about the what about the in I mean let's talk about what about the if the uncertainty shows up. What are
That,
we going to do if it doesn't work this way? What is the plan B? What is the plan C? Before
yeah,
they will, but somebody will just hear the information and carry their money, bam, and it will boom, and they are dead.
say that
We are
again.
going to go deep. We are going to go deep on these because
Oh,
we need to sit down
no,
and calculate whatever thing we do because Anybody who want to break limited life, you have to sit down. Number one, understand yourself, know how you function. Deal with your fear, overcome your fears, because fears are part of this life.
Responsibility, accountability, not being.
Anyway, quickly, Adwoa, as I will leave you with this. There were 3 people in the psychiatric hospital.
Please stop.
I've not started, and you have already. And they saw their actions and their reactions, and they realized that they are coming back to normal. So they want to test them, and when they finish testing them, then they will dispatch or release them. And Adwoa, this is one of my this is one of the jokes I've created out there, which people are using it, and they don't even pay me royalties. They don't pay me royalties.
Bishop, please do not let me embarrass myself here.
Adwoa, so they called the first one and they asked the first one, when they give you a book, what will you do with the book? And the person said, the person asked the doctor question, is it a plain book or a story book? If it is a plain book, I have to write in the book. If it is a book which is written, then I have to read the book and learn something. They say, stand on your right. They clap for him. The second one came. Adwoa, they asked him, when we give you orange, what will you do? He said, because of germs, I will wash the orange. And if I want to divide it, and I'll divide it, take the seed out of it and eat it. Or either I peel it, or I cut them off and I squeeze it and I take the juice out of it. They said, okay.
Now the third one is a kicker.
And the third one, they asked him, when we give you a television set, what will you do? And the third one said, when you give me a television set, said, I will wash it because of germs. I will divide it and I will start to chew it. And they said, nah. So, in the local language, they said, say your mouth TV, or say TV there, I'm not going to my papa and my carry. And because television set TV nama papa TV no nama carry.
Bishop, like that is the funniest joke, but let's put it back in reality. Isn't that what some of the people in our community society do? Because
that means that if some of them are doing the same thing, then it means that it's about time. So many people, so many of us, we need to go to psychiatric clinical. No,
I said Raddy Bishop. No.
Some of us need to visit psychiatric hospital, not just because we are sick or not just because we are lunatics. We need to go for counseling because so many people need counseling.
That's right.
And Adwoa, the first person that they said, I'm a man book or say book they thought said he was very good. Amofi said he was healed. And the same person in the psychiatrist saw somebody drowning in a river, in a pool. And the guy went and dived and brought that person out of the river. And they were cleaning their hands. And he gave him how do they say CPU or CRU or whatever.
We copy blindly.
Adwoa, they gave these pressing the person and so that the person come back to life. And so afterwards, the guy carried the person to the back of the CPR, carried the person to the back of.
Oh, are you back?
the person to the back of the house. And you know what actually happened? Almost call you now, almost call you one, you're calling on sa, or then a homasan, and I the master, you have said you should not put the moon. Or my genius house and you free. Thank you. Thank you for your time. And thanks to all the viewers out there. I really I really appreciate the opportunity,
Oh
right?
my God, the first time, no,
Ọmọ kọẹ na ọdẹ ahomasọ ne nan asẹn dua so wahande no sẹ nsuo no a akọ ne mu no eyi ngu fam ọmọ kọẹ na nsuo no ẹmọgya gẹlẹ.
Oh my gosh, is that's gonna even help kill him?
So
But
I just we will catch up again on your program
thank
one day.
you
God bless
so
you for
very
your
much,
time.
Bishop. One thing before you go, Sister Yabs said in finance, one of the first things one learns is the higher the risk, the higher the reward. A lot of
Now say I'm sister Yatsina ono ekasano. She is an economist.
almost
But on person Biadon who say, listen, on person Biadon say or your economist, that is one of the things. She has to also break that limitation. She has to come out and teach about econs because she has been through, I don't know her, but she has been through a lot to survive to get where she is now.
that's right.
The kind of risk. She is a very, oh, in fact, Bishop, you can kill her. Oh, in fact, it's when I'm
The jokes.
oh,
But it's reality for most people in our society community. Sister Hannah
okay.
copy blunt.
Adwoa, because of the papa ne say mekum no nti ma me bisa no question. Onim
That's not a
say me obi a me camera. Say me koro so. Say
oh
do ya we.
gosh. Here we go.
Eh, onim say me obi a me koro so kakra na imagine say wo koro so na wonam abonten na wakohia obi a onu nso emum na emum ebi sa direction. Emum ebi sa direction. Nti imagine nti imagine how a moon start a conversation now obi okododo no so they answer at the end.
Sister Yabasa who cry already. Ah, miss.
Now I just imagine say okay, you're trying to say a moon you're trying to say a moon airport interview. What is okay, you marry what is your the you have the cohort and vacancy now okay interview now a moon address of one we say why are you what's your name? Imagine the sign the moon there. And then if you must say move the a communication expert.
Miss.
I do a weekend, right? A weekend.
That's right.
After a hard day's stress.
We have to
And
release the stress and relieve ourselves from any.
I just want to say God bless you and big ups to everybody watching us.
God bless you as well, Bish, for
But
coming.
Jenny a mum dear no Jane a mum interview no and that be a bit shame and maybe sound the person almost decided say what can you deliver? A movie Johnson.
But you know what? Like maybe they can have a translator.
I'm telling you, I was watching I'm Ghana president giving account on the COVID,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't do missing link, but I realized that the a boom translator, the guy is a thief.
Oh,
Everything the president says, everything the president says,
everything is almost the same. So that's
everything is the same. So I was asking somebody. So I was asking a moon friend, he's a partial a moon. I said, listen, the next Sunday, I want you to watch something for me. And the guy said that, then he said, Aquano on your moon, on you say,
oh my gosh.
yeah, he said, I'm going to say, I'm on Saturday to see, I'm going to say, the moment, I say, yes, that's it,
Hey, Shasama Awoken, what you saying? You remember when Nelson Mandela, when hold on, when Nelson Mandela passed away, the person during his funeral, like which was a huge thing, the person who evidently went to translate whatever was being spoken about was a fraud. You know, he,
Anti the Guapo can say, a moon frauding.
which is so bad because he was a permanent person, and for
Brother Brian say, I can't take it anymore. I'm okay. Oh, Brother Brian. Brother Brian, I'm not trying to kill you. I'm just trying to, it's a weekend edition.
yeah, you Besh, you got a lot of God bless you over here. Thank
I
you.
do finally, imagine, say, what sorry them.
Besh, who there you go?
Waka saw them na obi a ɔreto nnwom asɔre dɛm amanfoɔ di adanseɛ nti ɛhɔ na epusu brada bi ɔno no ɔbɔ ne hwee at the same time ɔsan so horo so ɔbɔ ne hwee abɔ ɔsan so horo so na ɔsan so kasa ne tɛkrama so at the same time one person
Oh my
with three
God.
I mean one person with three talents I can't be hɔ a
You
ɔfa mic
can start
praise the Lord wɔ ha ɔyɛ sɛ kyɛmɛhwɛ deɛ nakɔbɔ I'll leave you here. God bless you.
also why you know what free so right away. Hey, Bishop Michael Waji, Abuaji Cancer, Nyami Shrapa. Thank you so very much. And then, hey, Bish, no way. I'm a master, so Charlie, no be smart to you. Ah, yeah. Bishop, oh, Bishop, no crack. Bishop. Awurade Nyame Yehowa, asɛm o, nsɛm pii. Thank you so very much. Abi to say today, like living limitlessly. It's not easy. I'm not saying that it's easy because being that we all experience. Mrs. Simon Fedia Aisha, Uncle, welcome, Bishop. Bishop, this is Aisha said, please come back. Hey, these are like most times when we talk behind the scene now with me sometimes I have to kick him off the phone. Oh my gosh, but it's good to have such personality, we are all so like unique, and we have the capability to do so many things, but many times we kind of settle for less, especially most women, and that's something that we going to have to change that setting. We need to learn to deprogram ourselves. We need to reprogram ourselves with new informations that we learn. Living hold on. Living limitlessly is not easy because we all have a past. Some people, because their family was so protective and they make sure that they got everything that they needed. But even with them, no, they going to lack of something. But that should not limit you for anything else. Um, we need to just go through things, process it, give ourselves enough time to heal. The healing process is the biggest thing because some people, even when it comes to relationships and marriages, you have people who leave their relationship or get a divorce. All right. And the only thing they worrying about is what their ex will think of them if they don't find another person. So they just hop into another relationship or go and get married to somebody else. You're not doing anybody justice. You're not doing anybody a favor. You're not hurting anybody. The only person that you hurting is yourself. and you're going to continue to follow that pattern over and over. And in every time, as years goes by, you're getting older and older, and you find yourself being a miserable person when you see other people being happy, in their relationship or in their marriages, and talking about some of their struggles and where they have grown, and be happy. You don't like them because what? They have succeed, they have broke the cycle. It takes one day, one time, for you to break the cycle. To break the cycle, you have to learn to pause, and you tell yourself, as of today, no more. I refuse to allow things to have me settle for less. If there is something you don't know, do not doubt yourself. Learn something new. Learn different coping skills to help you be able to acquire knowledge. Education is the best thing one can have. You know, when you learn, you I can only speak two language, which is the Akan language and English. I can't speak nothing else. French, I understand the basic because I took French in high school, you know, but I cannot speak French extensively. But if you are someone who understands different languages, you can do so much with it. It means that you can migrate into countries that speaks that language, and nobody will take advantage of you. You'll be able you'll be able to um you'll be able, I'm not sure if they heard you. You'll be able to do whatever and get information, acquire information that you need without someone duping you or doing 419 with you, because you know the language. Some of us, some Ghanaians, and I'll put myself in there. My kids, I didn't even know my kids understand the Akan language because I don't speak Chi a lot in my house. My husband speaks Chi a lot in the house. For me, when I'm talking to my kids, I'm always like speaking English. Even though me growing up, it was the opposite. My dad, when we first came to US, he was like, when you are under this roof, you speak the Akan language. When you go to school, you speak English because this house, we don't speak English. So that was helpful. But for me, even though I told myself my kids I was going to speak Chi to them, nowadays I do speak Chi, and I'm helping them little by little. I will say the English word and then I will translate it in Chi. So now with the basic words, they can, uh, engage in conversation with other people to say yeah, like and all that stuff. What's your name? Didn't they saying they could. So we started that off gradually. I did not do a good job with teaching my kids, speaking their current language. But now I'm correcting my mistake. I'm correcting something that, I cannot limit my kids from their their identity, because even though they were born in America, the American citizen, both their parents are Ghanaians. So that's in them. They can do dual citizen if they choose to do so. But like, some Ghanaians, like when we travel abroad and we just speak English with our kids, and then you have some of them. I have never been to gone outside in the community and someone is speaking Tree to my kids, and I tell them that they don't understand it. I don't say that to them because my kids, they understand the Akan language because their dad speaks it most of the time. I speak it. Sometimes even at times when I'm speaking with my parents and my siblings, like we will start off with tree, and then before I know it, it switched to English. So for me, like I go in and out, and it doesn't bother me because whatever Akan language you speak, I understand it. So it is what it is. But like, I have to get them to understand both because let's just say they go out in the community and there is a situation happening and people around there are all Ghanaians and they cannot communicate in English, right? And they only speak in Tree. How are my kids going to be safe and be able to run along with them and protect themselves and be able to communicate with those people if they speak in only the Akan language? I cannot limit my kids to that. So I have to be able to allow them to um, learn both languages. And in the future, them going to school, when they get to high school, middle school, they're going to be learning either Spanish or French. They can pick and choose which one and learn to speak it. So it's something that we shouldn't limit our children because we want to be someone else. We shouldn't lose our identity because when some of us parents limit our kids from their identity, like we're not allowing them to live their life limitlessly. We just kind of making the decisions for them. And my kids, I realized that they understand their 10 language because one day their dad and I had a misunderstanding. We had an argument and we did not speak English because I know they understand that. So I resulted everything in their Kan language. And our daughter, who just turned 10 years old 2 days ago. Big man, happy birthday to you. Shout out to you. One love, one love. Um, she at the time she wasn't even 7 years old. She called her grandmother and told her grandmother everything that happened in the house. And, it's been a while. I don't remember the exact age, but she was not 7 years old yet. And, in between the argument, I have said to my husband that I was going to divorce him. And I said it in the Akan language, and she understood it and called her grandmother. She made the initiative call, and her brother joined in. Her 12-year-old joined in and they told their grandmother. I'm not sure why they didn't go to grandpa. They told their grandmother that the, we have fought, we have argued, and I have told them that I have told their dad that I was leaving him. When my mother called me to tell me whatever it is that we saying in the house or whatever struggles that's happening, whatever situation that's happening at the house at the moment, she wants me to seize everything because she just received a call from the kids and made a complaint. And I was like dumbfounded. I could not believe it. And I was like, what? And she was like, yes, you may think that your children do not understand the Akan language because you did not teach them in the beginning. They do understand it because kids are very smart. They pick up languages really quick. So I was like really surprised and shocked. At the same time, I felt so embarrassed that, me thinking, limiting them. Meanwhile, I was not doing myself a favor. So, Ghanaian parents, we need to do better. I mean, when you come to US now, the one thing I love about the Spanish community, the Latino community, like they teach their children how to speak their language first before English because you have to keep in mind most of the programs on TV in the US is in English. So they will learn to speak English. When they go to school, it's English being spoken. They will learn to do that. So, and then, we as the parents also have the upper hand, because if you go out with your kids, and you telling them, stop it, and they're not stopping it, wait to me, you can switch that to your language with them knowing and understanding. Jai, nea woyɛ no, manka nkyerɛ wo sɛ gyae, na ɛma mensa nkasa nkyerɛ wo bio. Don't let me speak to you again. There's a big difference. So we need to teach our children being born abroad, our native language. It is very important, because the more your child knows, they can live a limitlessly life. Like the one thing, like I was dumbfounded I when I saw a video, when I watch a video, I try crying, I just can't quit laughing, Bishop. It's good. It's good. Hi, Bishop there. Hi, Bishop. And you are so very welcome. You came and flavored the program. And that is, will you like to join me tomorrow for Achievers Hours? Yes, he will. He will definitely do so. Oh, you see, I love that. Um, so it's really important for us. We shouldn't be ashamed of our language. I don't even understand why, like, some of us, tend to result in that. Oh, I just want my child to speak just English. Oh my goodness, you're limiting your child, because we do have some Ghanaians, who lack of intelligence, emotional intelligence, I should add that, who lack of knowledge, and their common sense is also limited, because there are some Ghanaians, especially the females, when they go to parties, when they go to event and gathering, and they see other Ghanaians children who does not speak their kind language now, they stand there and insult the children, and also insult the parents. You don't know their situation, because we do have some African parents, African mothers and fathers, who are married to somebody, not a Ghanaian person. They married to a Black American, a Jamaican, a white person. So they might have to resort in speaking English, or a language that everybody in the house can understand. So there has to be consideration. You cannot judge people, you cannot limit people, and you cannot insult people or disrespect people's, rights, because we all have right to do whatever it is that we want with our children. But when you find fault now, and you take accountability, and you are a responsible person now, you correct your mistakes and you deal with it, face forward, pressing on, not going back. Like, my um, mistakes is my mistakes. You know, I have to accept it. I have to reprogram myself and doing things. If I'm starting from the scratch, I'm starting from the scratch. I am not afraid to live my life limitlessly, because I very much so do not care of what other people think of me, or what category other people will put me in it, because that's their problem. People who has aim, they do not focus on what other people are doing. They don't focus on what other people are wearing, what other people are not doing. Their focus is, what can I do better tomorrow if I was not able to accomplish it? They have aim. They have realistic goal. They have a sense of direction. But people who are aimless, aimless, they do not have a sense of direction. They do not have realistic goal. They are so negative because every positive thing they turn it to negative. No. Those people, because they lack of emotional intelligence, they lack of knowledge, they lack of wisdom, they have limited common sense, or they have settled with just their common sense now. They focus on what others are not doing, what others are doing, what this person is doing. Like, I have to do what makes me happy. It's just me. That's part of my personality. I love my parents, my mom and my dad. I love my siblings, my sisters and my brother and cousins, family, extended family. I have so I have a huge extended family. Majority of them are motivators, inspirational, and have good mentality. And you have a portion of that extended family, some on my father's side, some on my mother's side, some could be on my husband's side, and they have that negative mindset, evil and wicked mindset. They don't want to see you succeed in life. They want to tarnish your name. They want to say things that will hurt you or that will hurt your relationship or marriages. Because you know what? It's not about me. It's not about you. It's about them. They lacking of something. They lacking of limitlessly. Limitlessly. They lacking of it. They don't want to live their life. They limiting themselves from growing. They are satisfied with where they are because they have closed mindset. You know, those people, I put them as those who say, I would just settle for anything less. I'm good. I don't mind. You know, I was never taught like that. You know, uh, this is all I know. So they settle with that. Why people do that? Because they have kind of programmed their mind to live with what they know. They don't want to learn nothing new. There are trillions of coping skills that we can learn and implement into our life. But many of us, we just limit ourselves. You have some women that get into relationships or get married because they're getting old. Age is nothing but a number. Of course, as you get older now, your physical strength may reduce. However, keep in mind when you allow yourself or you build or you live healthy living style, it don't matter how old you are, you can keep yourself going. Your energy is going to be there for you. Now, thanks be to God. We also have Juice Plus. Juice Plus, Juice Plus is awesome. I've been taking Juice Plus since January. Eh? My energy level has shoot up, like having a knee surgery. My left knee was getting ready to give up, and my mom, when I have the right knee surgery, my mom said something. She said, listen, once you do that, in due time, as time goes on, you're going to end up having experiencing pain in the other one, because remember, when you have a surgery or like one leg is not available for you, you're going to put all your weight on the other one. By the time you realize that one is also, you know being affected, and it started last year, late October, November. But then when I started Juice Plus, I have not experienced pain. Most of you who have followed me, who supports me, who are friends with me and call me and talk to me whenever necessary, you know, like every time I do program, I dance. It don't matter if my dance is one way because I don't care. It just makes me happy. That's part of my cardio. I have not. I can bend down. I can go like I'm not having any pains, and that's thanks to Omega Juice Plus. Uh, hey, Apostle Nanenya Mesem. Hello to you, and how are you doing? How's Asafumami Dora Nana Enya Mesem? Nice to see you, and good to have you here. Oh, Dr. Jill Kinsley Midasi Nyamisha, God bless you. And God bless you so much for always sharing my programs and tuning in when I come on live. But the topic that you sent to me, we're gonna do it. I'm going to talk with you, and then we're going to find a day that you'll be able to call in. I'll send you my number. You can call in if you don't want to come on live like Bishop did today, or you can come on live and just take the camera off so you have the avatar. Your avatar will just be the screen that people see for you to also share your views, because we also we have to, it's important for us to like empower the youth, finding ways and means, how do we create more jobs for our youth. And I love when you send me that topic. I love it, and we're going to get there because we have to talk and figure things out. So thank you guys so very much. I just love it. You guys made my day. But we should not limit ourselves. Life is too precious, to waste it on petty stuff and just allowing other people to very much dictate what we can or what we cannot do. Everyone is born with common sense. Do not settle with that. You have so much to give. If someone suggests something, someone speak of something that makes sense to you now, I'm telling you, don't just take it as it is. Sister um, Hannah Ofori says something, we copy blindly. Do not just copy blindly. Do research, educate yourself before you apply to your life. Make sure you pause, you process, delete what does not benefit you. Once you delete what does not benefit you now, you apply reprogramming yourself for growth and change. It's that simple when you say it, but it's going to take work to be able to get to that level. Um, you know, when you raise one way and that one way has not helped you for so many years now, you have to reassess yourself. I love self-assessment. I assess myself. The longest I have gone to is like maybe 3 years, but every 1 to 2 years, I reassess my life, myself, before I even go into our marriage, because I have to identify my stronghold that is still in existence and my strength. And last time I did program, I did mention that at times my stronghold, my strength can also become my stronghold. That's why we have to do homework. We have to work on ourselves. Don't settle where you are. Just continue to press forward, because your blessing is your blessing. No human being, no other person can ruin you or can take your blessings away. The only person that can stop you from growing and doing so well in your life and being successful in life, what's up, Ham? Can I have some too? In your life, is you. Oh, please, come on. It's you. You know, you are the only person who can stop yourself from growing, from succeeding in life. Don't allow that to happen. It's good to take suggestions and also other people's idea, but make it your own and do not abandon yours. Thank you. Mete dɛ mu tumi pɛ yi sɛ mahu sɛ wo wɔ hye ha nti sɛ mede me nsa asosɔsosɔ nneɛma mu nti no sɛdeɛ mbɛsɛ mu a is fresh amefa fefa me phone ho saa de teɛ yep saa ne teɛ aha me ha adwene o me ha adwene in good faith. Oh my gosh. Thank you guys so much. So, um, our life is how we make it to be. We shouldn't allow our past trauma, or traumatic events, to have us settle for less or define us. It's not fair. It's not fair because when you allow that, you allow your abuser, or like the pedophile, the molesters to win. We can allow them to win. So I'm going to leave you guys today, but before I leave you guys today, um oh my gosh, living limitlessly is to accept and confront everything you have experienced in life, then putting it behind you to start out fresh. Meaning, you just have to start from scratch if you need to do that. If you can start from the middle, wherever you are, if that's where you have to start from there. We cannot go back to change time. We cannot stop time. Because if you stop your mind from developing, time does not stop. Times continue to move forward. So living limitlessly is to do what you want to accomplish, what you want to do in life, reprogramming your mindset, focusing on your self love, self assurance, self confidence, self discipline, self value, self endurance, self transformation, self. I'm sorry, guys. Oh my God. Okay, I hope it did not come through here. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, self respect, self everything. Everything that we expect in our partners, our family, our friends, our neighbors, people in general to do. You have to put self in front because one cannot educate another if you yourself do not know what you're asking. Don't ask for things from other people if you yourself cannot produce it. Because then, if that person learn to grow, you still where you are. If you suggest the idea, you gave them that idea, you still where you are. You have settled for less. And that's something a lot of us do not get it. Educate yourself. Education is huge. It's good. It's important. What I'm doing here is informal education. And you have formal education, literally going to school, attending, having a professor teach you things that you may not know. Starting over is not easy. Learning to grow and change is not easy. It does not happen overnight. It takes time. It's a process. but make sure you build your mental stability, your mental health before you do that. Before you move on from your past, heal, learn to heal your mindset emotionally, psychologically, physically. Some of our struggles and our challenges rest on that. If you are emotionally defeated, psychologically drained, physically lifeless, you will not be able to make decisions, big decisions that will change your life for better. Living limitlessly is not an easy thing to do, but for you to get there, you need to abandon your past. And some of us need to get counseling. Some of us need to work on ourselves if we have the capability, the understanding, and the intelligence to do so. If you are a woman, a man, a child, a teenager, a mother, a father, an uncle, an auntie, a family member, friends, neighbors, and you can speak good English or you can speak good French, good Italian, good Akan language, whatever language that you can speak fruitfully with your intelligence, it doesn't mean that you are intelligent than somebody else. We cannot limit other people because they have not acquired what you have been able to accomplish. Never look down on other people because tomorrow never dies. You don't know how that person is going to be in a year, 2 years from now. When someone is poor and when someone is vulnerable and cannot provide for themselves, that's not their certain condition. Don't put them there as that's where they're going to be. And do not allow others to limit you and have you doubt your abilities. We all are unique and we are built differently. We can do things differently in different ways. So just believe in yourself. Do the things that makes you happy. Don't focus on what other people says about you, what other people wants you to do. No, you are you. I am me. I do what makes me happy. I do what will give me peace of mind. Living happy, fulfilling your goals, having undistractive event or on this or having limiting distracting people around you is really important. People who are distracting are the negative people. They always speak negatively. They promote negativity because negativity you don't have to put in work. When you need to be positive, you have to do work every time. Every day, learn something new, or take 21 days to learn effective communication. Just 21 days. Give yourself 21 days to study, learn effective communication. Practice, 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 practice. Practice makes it perfect. Once you are able to feel comfortable with yourself and building up your self confidence, then you move on to the next best thing that you lack of. Learn things one at a time. I personally, and I'm saying this from the bottom of my heart, I personally do not care what people think of me or what people will say about me. My goal is to empower myself, my children, my partner, my children, people around me, family members, friends, family, whoever, who wants to be empowered. because I don't have to grow alone. I don't have to change alone. No, uh, I don't have to start out afresh alone. Like, just encourage people with positive thinking, positive encouragement, empowering other people, giving people advice of what they need to build on is to build a healthier lifestyle, happier lifestyle, stress free environment, you know, no toxic environment. No, we don't want unhealthy people around us. We need to learn to build a limitless mindset. Don't just settle for anything by not settling for less, you know, and many more to get healing from whatsoever happened to you in the future. If you were sexually assaulted, if you were raped, if you were molested, if you know you were maltreated, like because you have to live with family members or like family friends whatsoever, or you live with your own parents and they mistreat you because they see potential in you. If you were not able to go to school and now you have the opportunity, now seize it, grab it. When um if and when you are a victim of sexual abuse, and everything, do not allow that to limit you for anything. Go for what you want. You know, have a clear, good heart. Do not allow such thing to kind of like have you develop a dark mindset and a heartless heart, because our heart is so delicate. We cannot just do that. It's important to work through things ourselves, you know. But first, if you can do that, counseling, counseling, counseling. Seeing a counselor does not mean that you're sick. It means that you cannot help yourself heal fully from your past trauma. So you need assistance um, to heal before you can confront your perpetrator. Mhm. Because the process does not happen overnight. Also, women are so much more than a symbol of sexuality. We are more than that. So women need to empower each other instead of pulling each other down, pull down syndrome, insulting one another and degrading one another. I'm going to leave you guys here today. One love to each and every one of you. As always, I cannot finish without playing one or two more songs because music is a good sensory for the mind, body, and soul. I'm going to finish with, let me see, what song? I believe with Pedrenchi. The last one that the last song I will play will be um, Nipa Odome mesrɛ nhyira ma no. Nipa wɔ time no, mesrɛ nteaseɛ ma saa nipa no sɛ obenya nteaseɛ. Obi wɔ hɔnom a they lack of, yɛfrɛ no sɛ, they lack of the oh man, I can't think of, they lack of, they cannot measure up to most of the things that I'm capable of doing or what I have accomplished. So they will try to go to my friends and, some family members and people that I care for to tell them, like, oh, you see your friend, how she's taking over here and there. Oh, my sister, my brother, get a life. Stop gossiping. Stop lying. Stop being negative. Not everybody have time for your negativity. Me, I don't have time for negativity. I just want to live my life as it is. Nti, me, I'm going to play Kojoenchi Sikadam and then Nipa Odome. It's Shirama adɔfoɔ nyinaa ɛna atamfoɔ nso mo nso no mesrɛ nteaseɛ ma mo because me no I don't think ill of anybody. Bishop Michael Abadigansa, thank you so very much. I truly appreciate your appearance today. And join me in 3 hours 45 minutes time, 3 p.m. U.S. time, 7 p.m. Um, Ghana time, and I'm not sure. Maybe I think it's 9 in German time, 9 p.m. With Soulful time with Soulful Samuel Okoso. We'll come and talk about things that makes us happy in our marriages. If you're not married, you can still learn something through it. If you're in a relationship, you can still learn something through it. So you guys have a blessed, safe weekend. Make sure you're taking good care of yourself, social distancing, maintaining good hygiene, and wearing your mask, okay, to protect yourself from ignoring and those who do not take this pandemic seriously. Bye. Okay. Moi, we share program. I don't want we share program, no? Mo like it, mo love it, mo use to other emojis. Medam ni nyinaa masi mo nso a monya mmerɛ bɛtena so hwɛ yɛn no. Medam ni nyinaa hyɛ na menhyira mo. One love. Na 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 na. Limitlessly. And everybody was so get as I want to go so it's one day. To go see you, that's a guy. Oh, I can't. I can't make money. You can take me to I see. I don't know. I love all the productive contribution. One love to you guys. You guys amazing thing. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. God bless. Oh, I beg, if I did not acknowledge you now, it's not intentional. And you go up higher. I love you guys all in the same, man. One love, one love. Hey, Sister Colombian. I love credentials. Funny, hey, what the share about funny, hey, brother, come see what came back now. Hey, Mr. Beatrice, I think, Mr. Beatrice, Abana, Temptation. Hey, hey, mommy. This is not my best. Bishop, my God, brother. Hey, Nana Robert. My one and only Midoriya said, Makuma Coffin. Hey, Mr. Kola. Hey, okay, so a young ko the last song. Lucy Adwoa Odo. Hey, brother Nsem, Hana Okori, Saya, Saya, Bakuro. Cynthia. Hey, Cynthia Bema. Papa Guys, it's too precious to whistle. Hey! Bye, guys. Take care. Take care. Ah, bye, guys. Take really good care of yourselves, okay? I'll see you guys later. Do not allow anybody to have you settle for less. Live limitlessly lifestyle, okay? One love, everybody. Thank you to everyone. Those who share the program and like it and said hi. Love you all. Take care.